They got their cameras going.
Well, wouldn't you? It's all right. Evelyn showed me the first tune on the guitar, which was Wildwood Flower. Showed me how to pick that, and so I've been picking ever since.
Everybody knows Wildwood Flower. It's a tradition. Me and Jessie calls it the Hillbillies' national anthem. I was about 12 years old. I started playing. People come to the house to play music with Dad, you know, and I thought that guitar sounded mighty sweet. So they'd take them a little coffee break, you know. Mom always had some coffee and cake. They'd take them a little break, and this guy played with my dad. His name was Al Vidrone. He had this great old big guitar. He'd lay it up in the middle of the bed when he'd go for his coffee break, you know, and I'd ask him, you know, could I, if I got up on the bed, was it all right if I sort of strummed his guitar? And he'd say, tell me, yeah, as long as I stayed on the bed with it. So I'd crawl up in the middle of Mom's bed, you know, and sit there and strum that thing. And then I just started watching them, you know, started watching them. Just before my husband died, he come in one day with this big old guitar, and I said to him, what in the world are you doing with that thing? He said, I want you to practice up some folk songs. I'm going to take you to Fiddler's Convention. And I'd begged him for 35 years to take me. Just all of a sudden, he decided he'd take me, you know. First one I went to, I didn't know what kind of songs they wanted or whatever, you know. So I went up there and sung them a fairly new song. And but Thurman won that night, first place. So he come to me after it was over, you know, and I was congratulating him on winning. And I said, Thurman, I said, didn't I do my song well or what? He said, yeah. Evelyn says, you done a fine job on the song. Said, you just sung the wrong type of song. And I said, well, what type did he want? And he said, think back of one you used to sing back when you was playing when you was just a young girl. So I said, okay. So I come on home and I got thinking about this old song that my great aunt Leela Spraker had taught me, Lorena. It's Carter family song. Wasn't long till I could sit down, me and Jessie, and sing all night, couldn't we? Yeah. Never sing the same one twice. I have been really strong all my life because I've worked hard all my life. I helped my husband clean up all this land here. It was just pure wilderness when we bought it. You know, where they cut the timber off and it sprouted back up. I've always worked hard in the cotton mill, worked hard at home, worked hard to raise my family, but it didn't hurt me none. A folk song is a song, it has to be old, first of all, and it has to tell a story. Most of them tell sad, tragic stories, you know, about somebody dying, or losing your lover or something like that, you know.
Well, I'm like Evelyn in another way. A lot of times the songs get to me. And so a lot of the songs I do, I can't sing them. I'll get maybe 2 or 3 verses and I'll start crying. And so there's a lot of them that I won't sing because of that.
This is an old, I think it's a Carter family, probably is. The name of it's the Broken Engagement. And like most of the folk songs that I sing, it's sad. But y'all get your bucket or something to catch the tears. Name of it's the Broken Engagement. They were standing by the window as the night wind kissed her cheek. He had waited there in silence, waited long for her. whispered softly as she raised her tear-dimmed eyes with a look so full of anger.
No, well, really got interested in music after I was in the Air Force, came out of service. I guess around 1957. And a friend of mine, Evelyn knows him too, Thurman Pugh, helped both of us. But anyhow, he started playing with the band, and he could play the chords on the guitar and sung the folk songs. That's what he done in the band. Well, I needed a bass player, so he, started learning to play the bass. And so he'd come out to the house. We lived on about 2 houses from each other, on what they call Top Street in Freeze. Well, both of us worked in the mill on 3rd shift. And he'd come out every night before we went to work, maybe an hour, 2 hours or something. And I'd fool around with that old guitar. He'd show me some chords on it. And so I got interested, and learned to play. So later on, when I'd learned some chords and everything, I came to Evelyn's house. And she played some. And my granddaddy, he was just in the family, the music was there. I love to hear him play the fiddle and the old clawhammer banjo, and I don't know why I never learned to play, I liked it. And really I didn't get interested in the fiddle until after he died. And when he died, Evelyn got his fiddle. And so, I don't know, all of a sudden, just like when I started with the guitar, I decided I wanted to learn to play the fiddle. And Evelyn said, yes, if you'll learn to play it, so I'll give you your granddaddy's. I said, well, that's the biggest reason of all. I said, I'll learn to play it. And so she gave me his fiddle, which I've got it now, and I'm trying to learn to play it. He'd, saw on that thing, play a tune on it, and hand it to me and said, now you do that, Jess. And I'd get up here and screech, hand it back to him, and cold chills all over me. Grandpa, I can't play that fiddle. And the day that Evelyn gave it to me, I took it home and played a tune on it. I never played it. And I took the thing straight home and played a tune on it. First time I put it in my hand. And so I don't know about it. So it's just where I played so long with people and heard them play it, and I know what it's supposed to sound like. But it's strange that you play something and you never played it before. And play it, not mess it up. And I can't understand that. Maybe that's just the way music is. It's bred into you. Passed on from one generation to another. Beneath the snowy mantle golden the unborn grass lies waiting for its coat to turn to green. That little snowbird sings the song we always sing.
Because I tell you, Jessie, I'd rather have Jessie Lovell beside me when I walk on that stage than to have Chet Adkins. I would. Because Jessie's never let me down. And I've tried
You
never.
can't play your folk songs. He don't know as many folk songs with there.
Jessie, that ain't. He's getting that pan sitting up on top. Boy, he's gonna have a regular old coach.
I shouldn't have been running my mouth. I didn't know you're still taping.
It don't make no difference.
We're just talking like
But
that.
I would. I'd take Jessie by my side on that stage before I would anybody in the world. And I hope you feel the same way about me.
Yeah. We backed each other up for how many years?
I swear. Your cornbread, Gary, is gonna be stone cold.
I'll eat it anyway.
Does all that food look good on camera? A breeze along
way down in Grayson County, in the valley of Elk Creek, in the year of 1792, the birds sang so sweet. 'Twas on an April morning, the sun was shining bright, when little Katie was stolen and taken away in fright. Her mother was out washing while Katie was at play. When she looked for Katie, she was stolen and taken away. The mother called for father when father came to search. The call went out to the neighbor with a sad and aching heart. They roamed the mountains over and the valley too, did not rescue Katie, whose heart was aching too. One day in father's wandering on the mountainside, he found an old lady who told him that she was alive. The years they did pass onward, then the father died, with a longing in his heart to find his stolen child. The family all did scatter, even far and wide, with fond memories of Katie, sweet Katie and her smile. Way out on an Indian reservation in Kansas far away, was found that old lady. Her name was Katie Sage. When her brother recognized her, to Virginia they planned to go. She was taken sick with the fever, and her heart was filled with woe. For Katie could live no longer, her life was taken away. She's buried on an Indian reservation and sleeping silent today. She's gone to meet her father, where all is good and blessed, with her Savior in heaven, in an